Yes, I. Ill. Bimo. We come hold a reason here with you. Yes. Tonight we want to talk about the coup d'etat that them have in Mali. Yes. We see the army take over in Bamako, Mali. So we just want to hold a little reason about that. See? But before we see that, we say ashes to all the ancestors. And all the ones them who are strive with we in the struggle for black liberation. And as far as I see it, this coup in Mali is part of the struggle for black liberation. Yes. So we see that on the 18th, a couple of days ago, the Malian army stepped up and arrested the president, Ibrahim Boubacar Keita, and the prime minister, Boubou Cissé. Yes, the army arrest them. And a few hours after his arrest, he resigned on live television. And you know why I really want to, what really inspired me to come and have a little say about this? I don't know everything that's going on in Mali, but I have an idea of what is going on. See, because I follow Africa, especially West Africa. When the whole Africa me follow now, but I pay close attention to that part of Africa. Because I feel like my ancestors come from still. But anyway, what I like about the way this coup was done is the way these two men were removed from power without a fight. Bloodless. No blood was spilled. You understand? No one was killed. Just like in 1969, when Colonel Muammar Gaddafi seized power in Libya on the 1st of September 1969, in a bloodless coup. And the American and the European friends went there and killed a whole set of people just to get rid of one man. And people still are dead to this day. And because of what they did in Libya, it rendered Mali to become unstable because then all the weapons start to move over the border into Mali. And then Libya became ungovernable. The Islamists them are going there. The Islamists them went in there, destroyed Timbuktu, and a whole lot of things they did. And a lot of violence blew over in Mali, and then they had a coup in 2012 in Mali already. It's like the country became ungovernable. Them even had to go and beg the French, the old colonizer them, to help them get rid of the Islamists them. And then France, like them in try to make some attempt to recolonize Mali. But let me get into the meat of this thing here. So we are saying now, we see the man them overthrow the president, and I support that. Because look, you see, that's why we are saying now, we black, we Africans, we can do it on our own. We don't need the Europeans them to interfere in our things. See? Because look, we can remove our leaders in a civil way. Yeah, them say we're not civilized, but we are show them that we are civilized. So we don't have to kill people who want them to move out of power. You understand? Because, come like Ibrahim Boubacar Keita overstay him welcome. So he resigned on Tuesday. And the spokesman for the soldier them, a brethren called, let me get him name for you. I will get his name for you. Yes. Give me a minute. I think it's a brethren called Assimi Goita. They claim that he was appointed head of state, and I'm not sure how true that is. Even the opposition leader, Mahmoud Diko, leave politics. Because the man them not stand for no nonsense. You understand? But anyway, the soldiers them say they plan to set up a transitional government and hold new elections as soon as possible. The president claims he didn't want no blood to be spilled to keep him in power, so he stepped down. And I respect that. Or maybe he realized he couldn't fight, you understand? So, but hey, joke now. We have UN Security Council get involved in this, and I call it a mutiny. Even some African Union leaders You know what I mean? I call for restoration of constitutional order, release a government official. Yo, these brethren were corrupt, you know. UN Security Council come say all troops will return to their barracks without delay. Who them think them be? Huh? Look here, man. It's not so, no. It's we have to run our own things. We can't have no outside influence and run our things for we. You understand? Because Mali bordered with a lot of countries. You understand? Let me try and tell you how much countries Mali border with. You understand? Mali is bordered by Burkina Faso, Niger, Libya. Hold on, man. Let me tell you the rest. Mauritania. Let me find some more. Senegal, Guinea. It's all the country Mali border with, you know. Yes. Guinea, Senegal, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, Niger, Algeria, Mauritania, yes. Not Libya, I made a mistake. You know? So you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 countries. 7 countries Mali share border Mali is landlocked. You get me? So I like how these brethren carry out this coup in all of the way. You see? The soldiers claim that they are the National Committee for Salvation of the People. And they don't want to stay in power. They want to stabilize the country. You understand? Their aim is to bring some stability to Mali and organize a general election. The group spokesman is a brethren called Colonel Ismail Wag, or Wagu. Pronunciation a little off, you know. The man will try bring a new Mali. And me love that and me respect that. I support that. Because you can't have a government. Because there's a lot of things why people have been protesting in Mali for years now. You understand? This brethren Keita claimed that he won the elections in 2018. But since June, he have faced some protests over corruption, mismanagement of the economy, and dispute over legislative elections. Now, look here, man. We have some little man down in the Caribbean. I run some government down there. And them do as them like. Them have them family in the government with them. And them have some bootlickers who them give posts as commissioner of police and inspectors. And these are bootlickers. And we hear reports about how them steal election. People in a polling station are cook the night before election. People are carry home ballot box. Them go to court and we hear a lot of impropriety. And somehow, I don't know how them do it, but them have judges to rule in them favor. Where anybody with any common sense could see all the impropriety is there. You understand? There are reports where a brethren of mine tell me his uncle helped one of them throw a ballot box some years ago. I'm not calling no name. And some people are trying, if them not truth, we go on. And the police force now do nothing. It's just like some little bossy slave. Them just give them a little crumbs off the table. And I'm happy with that. You know? Them happy to remain slaves. Them not love them people. Them not love them country. Because you could go and remove them just like how these brethren remove this man in Mali. Because you know what claim say there's dispute over the elections. They mismanage the economy. The place corrupt. And they remove him. You don't have to fight no war to remove a man. They just remove him and show him, well, we're not with you, you know. Yes. So I support this. You understand? And we need to check ourselves on who we are supporting because a lot of we Africans who find ourselves in the Western world, I support these Americans and these Europeans when they go to Africa and the whole for weakness. And look, when them go to destabilize Africa like what they did in Libya, it a cause a lot of destabilization in Africa. Because all these weapons from Libya now are going to Mali. And these Islamists go and destroy Timbuktu and a whole heap of things. You catch me I say? So right now, no, the mood in Bamako, the capital of Mali, a lot of people support it. Yes, most of the people them are clap the soul of them. Because they want this brethren to go a long time. And it seemed like he didn't want to go. And isn't it ironic that the same military that brought him into power in 2012 is the same military that get rid of him? Yeah. Some want to call it a mutiny. Why not see it like that? The people them do what them think is best for them country. You understand? The soldiers them even arrest the president's son. So him, Keita, Cisse, Keita's son, Speaker of the National Assembly, the Foreign and Finance Ministers, all of them get arrested. And we see our little country down in the Caribbean there, where a man have his son and groom him to become Prime Minister. And everybody quiet to that. Yeah, you catch me I say? So, look now, some of these corrupt politicians in Africa will leak out against it. Them not like it, you know. Them want to say, them not accept no more coup by military. But it's not them can do about it. ECOWAS and all of them, which is the Economic Community of West African States. Them suspend Mali. Them not do no business with Mali. Them close them borders around Mali. No cash flow, nothing. But Mali will overcome. Well, the French are condemn it. Yes. This French foreign minister, Jean-Yves Le is urging soldiers to return to barracks. Look how this boy, look how this boy out of place now. The white boy tell the African soldiers them to go back to them barracks. Now, in the days of colonization, Mali get independence since 1960. You understand? So who is this? Yo, these puppet masters. Remember, you know, they were putting them more put in a power now because all the brothers them in Africa, in Mali, have to do now, watch themselves, you know. Because, you know, if France can get them puppet to run these African states, them not happy. Because they want all the mining contracts. You know. So, a professor called Ramata Sissoko, Cisse, said that he thinks it is a relief for Malian people and for all citizens of Mali to finally hear from the president that because of the lack of support the Malian people, he finally accept to resign and give back power to the people. So, me respect that. The people don't want you, so you step away. You know, so like we say already, it's long time they want to get him out. Because in 2019, our Prime Minister, Sumilu Bubayi Mega, and the government resigned because of upsurge in ethnic violence. Opposition leader got kidnapped in March this year. Soumaïla Cisse ahead of campaign at the elections. Because, you know, the Constitutional Court overturned some of the election results amid fraud allegations the 30th of April this year, and this brethren still now has stepped down. You know, the opposition leader, Mahmoud Diko, called for the president's resignation. So, just 10th of July gone, 10 people were killed after opposition supporters clash with security services. And a month and 8 days later, the soldiers decided to remove him. And I have to support that. Because we can't have this unstable countries where black people are suffer. And these presidents and their family get fat. Where him son are doing that? in a cabinet as part of him government. So I back the soldiers 100%. Remove him. I mean like how them do it. Without any blood being spilled. You understand? So don't make these Western people try fool you and tell you Africans are not civilized. You understand? And we are savages because we are sure them we can remove our own people without their help. Because when them come, say them a help with them a kill we. See? But more I don't know. More I go read a piece from BBC Pidgin. Read a little Pidgin English for you. About the situation in Mali. See? It says here, Malik Diaw, Malian military coup colonel Malik Diaw and others, leaders hold meeting with opposition after coup d'etat. See how former French colonies for Africa, the break record with coup. Alright? See here, Mali coup leaders, Colonel Diaw and others after them hold meeting with opposition. Mali coup 2020. Latest story be say the leaders of Tuesday military coup d'etat do meeting with the opposition leaders for the West African country. The opposition leaders support the army as them remove President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita with them blame for the economic palaver for their country. Them say him failed to stop the Islamist militants where they worry them well. So the man must say now. The opposition leaders support the army as they remove President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita because they blame him for the economic palaver in the country. Because he failed to stop the Islamist militants that was worrying them a lot. Right? Go back to Pidgin English now. Toribi say former French colonies don't get trend for plenty coup than the rest of Anglophone alias English-speaking African countries. Mali is one of the former French colonies where army take over power. First President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita for resign for August 18th. See? So what am I saying now? The story is that the former French colonies, they have a trend for a lot of coup than apart from the rest of the English-speaking African countries. That's what the man must say in a Pidgin English. Mali, they say Mali is one of the former French colonies where the army take over power and force the president Boubacar Keita to resign August 18th. Alright, let me go back to Pidgin English now. History for coup for Francophone Africa, meaning French-speaking Africa. Let me read now. History for coup for Africa shows say the first coup after independence happened for Togo for 1963. But experts they quick to point out say inside 60 years, 27 African countries don't get 67 coup. 45 or 16 of the countries, not for former country, we France colonized them. So yes, the history for African countries show the first coup after independence happened when Togo got independence in 1963. See? And the experts say, they point out that within 60 years, 27 African countries got 67 coup. 45 of the coup was for 16 of the countries that were colonized by France. So out of them 27 African countries, we get 67 coup. 45 of the coup them happen in 16 out of the 27 countries. Again, with France did colonize it. Right? Hear this now. What I tell you, it have a trend there. Like me say already. France always meddling in Francophone Africa. Where them support a lot of uprisings. You understand? When them can't get a puppet in power. Just like them gonna move Laurent Gbagbo from Ivory Coast the other day and try to lock him up and them not evidence for nothing. Alright, we go back to Pidgin English now. Some of the countries where they don't get one or two coup, not Togo, Tunisia, Madagascar, Ivory Coast, Rwanda, Algeria, Zaire, Mali, and Guinea-Conakry. So they must say some of the countries that have one or two coup are these countries that are just pointing out here Togo, Tunisia, Madagascar, Ivory Coast, Rwanda, Algeria. See? Then it goes back to Pidgin English. Then countries with more than 3 coups: Congo, Chad, Burundi, Niger, Central Africa, Mauritania, Comoro Island, and Burkina Faso. So they must say now, countries with more than 3 coups, the one that me call out there. Back to Pidgin. One thing will be common for all the francophone. I mean, all the country. Sorry, me start from the top. One thing where it be common for all the francophone, alias countries, now say them get French military base for protect them in case of attack. So I say one thing common for all the francophone countries them have military base to protect them from in case of an attack. But experts say the real function for the army, not source for political violence, undercover for military defense secret. See you know? They have French military base, but they must say now, it's a BBC article written in Pidgin English. I'm going to put the link. The experts say the real function for the army is as a source for political violence and under the cover of military defense secret. We go back to Pidgin English now. All the countries they pay colonial tax. They keep their money for French treasury, but they not fit come out all the money. So you say all these countries that pay colonial tax, they might keep the money in a French treasury, like me say in a previous video before. But them can't take them out. Them can't take out all the money. Back to Pidgin. Corruption and poverty and president where they don't overstay for power, not common thing for former French colonies. See what I say? Corruption and poverty and these presidents that are overstay them welcome in power is a common thing in these former French colonies. So this is why we have all these uprising in these former French colonies in Africa. So I say now, I support the brethren them in this Coup in Mali. And I like how them do it. So the reason I make this video because I like how them take this brethren out of power without any blood being spilled. That goes to show, man. We Africans, we can do it. And we don't need these Europeans and these Western people to come meddle in Africa. Because when these Western forces meddle in Africa, this is when we have all these problems, all these killings. Because they come in, arm some people, get in another one here, give some weapons, and then they pull string like the you understand? Puppet master thing now. Because they want to get all the mining contracts and all the refining contracts and get all the minerals from Africa. And a lot of us Africans can't see that. You know, just like them go to Libya and kill Colonel Gaddafi. Just because Gaddafi had a great plan for Africa. Gaddafi wanted to unite Africa, have a money that they couldn't devalue with gold made with gold dinars, and tell him not sell money for US dollars no more. A gold here deal with. That's why them going to kill Colonel Gaddafi. Even kill some of his grandchildren. Kill a son who would have been my age too, was a student in Germany at the time. You know? So this is how we are going. But me respect all my brothers them in Africa go. I remove Ibrahim Boubacar Keita and the Prime Minister Boubou Cissé out of office. No blood spilled. Understand? I think they get released now anyway. Arrest him, son. So look, a lot of us from the islands need to take stock. Because a lot of them say them love them island. They love the country, right? And we see all these injustices going on in the islands. We see a man in power for 20 years now. And like him want take him son and make him son rule it. Like him try to create a family dynasty. And a whole heap of fools sit down on a chair. You have some bootlickers in a uniform, some bossy slave. I uphold fame thing. And I oppress them people. I mean, how long you will keep this up for? You will make one man who not even look like we have the country in a bondage and a separate people. And the country doesn't go backward. And I see no forward trajectory at all. Come on, man, we need to wake up. Because one thing I love my African brothers, them now. The man that play now. If you did there, you do not know them and remove you. You understand? Because, don't get me wrong, you have some man in Africa stay in power long, you know. It's just because they get back in from outside forces. And the others, them, have earned some respect. Because they fought for the freedom of the nations. You understand? Like President Mugabe and them man they. And even Colonel Gaddafi, them man they fight for freedom from colonial rule. So you have to respect that. Yeah. So we see some man like Cyril Ramaphosa and some other man come up and attack and say, oh, them not support the military coup. Them are some corrupt my people. Look, Cyril Ramaphosa and them, and the other brethren in Zimbabwe come talk about he gonna compensate the Europeans and who the thief land from our people for the land that Mugabe take from them. So, man, they're not ready yet, man. But right now, all eyes on Mali, because me I watch we see. Because, the French, them are go try meddle in it, if things not go them way. So me I watch we see we are going. Let me see. Yeah, the watchman. Well, the watcher. I made there for one of the people them. So me I tell the people them now. We need to watch with brothers in Africa and see how them do it. And if a leader is not doing right by the people, and is stealing elections, and there's corruption everywhere, we can all come together and remove them. Because them not abide by the laws, the same laws that govern the country. Them not abide by the constitution. They're not abiding by anything. So they should be removed. Peacefully. You understand? But the problem is we have too much bootlickers. So I don't see it a grab anytime soon. See, this is why I really get involved in too much politics talking in the islands. Because a bunch of cowards down there. All the man see them are soldiers and police. And them not have no backbone. Them not ready yet. You understand? A bunch of cowards, man. But this is how I leave it, So let me say. Be more. Respect me brethren Ayatollah for the tip. See? Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend and tell a friend. See? Manners and respect.